So many intros, aren't there? What's up, everyone? Oh my god, I just totally borked it right off the bat. What's up, everyone? Welcome to Align in the Stars. And it's time for the night shift, although I don't know. Hold on. Where did that thing go? Oh, no, not dockyards. Ah, there it is. See, I know how to do things. What's up, guys? All right. So tonight I have a producer. Say hi.
Hello. Hey, guys.
Todd's hanging around in the background tonight. He's going to be helping me so I can focus on my build. And he's going to be reading out and putting comments on the screen and all of those things. So, yeah. How's everyone doing tonight? Let's see here. So I got Ken. And I thought, there's Chase. And then, of course, we got Todd.
We got me.
Yes, indeed. All right. So tonight I'm going to be finishing up stage number 10. I did tear this brake line in the last stream. So I'm going to go ahead and I went ahead and taped that together and fixed it.
You'll never see it again.
Nope. And I realized that I didn't have any 22 gauge wire, and I also don't care. So that's what that is. So we're going to go ahead and finish putting together stage 10. Then we're going to be doing all of package number 4, which is going to be stages 11 through 14. And then we're going to start off, though. I did just receive today, literally today, I got package number 5 from KITT, and I think the license plate's inside. And I know it's not a great one, but I think I'll go ahead and unpackage that real quick. So, yeah, that's kind of where we're starting. That's what we're going to do tonight. So, let's go ahead and... Which button do I push? Is it that one? No. I just literally came through and switched everything up. There it is. All right. So this is what we got done last time, and let's actually go back over to this camera here. We got most of his suspension put together from the front, or not all of the suspension, but a good portion of the suspension put together. It was actually quite much more detailed than I thought it was going to be, and took a lot longer, even without Todd's your help.
How much fun did you have putting that together?
It was quite a bit of fun. I think that was kind of the allure of building a car part work, specifically was like assembling the suspension and building all the car parts. Like, I love cars. And so this is a lot of fun. And the fact that, I got this taped down, but if you turn the steering column, it actually will turn his wheels, which is pretty cool. And so, yeah, that's pretty awesome. So that's what we got done last time. This part right here, getting the 2 screws into these holes right here. Oh my God. Ridiculous. For whatever reason, it was incredibly difficult to get those ones in. So, yeah, that's what we did last time. So, let's see here. Let's go back up to the top. And let's grab the new package, shall we? I haven't even opened it yet. I haven't even seen what's inside. I got home probably an hour ago, and I tried to, stuff my face. And
don't forget to take your PII data paper out.
What I'm going to do this real quick is just do one of those quick little pixies and pull that off screen, and we're good to go. In one of my very first videos, I was still learning how to edit, and I put that on screen, and I did not know what to do. I had no clue what to do. And so I literally just threw an image up over the top of the screen and was like, don't look at that for a second. Sorry. It was real bad. So, got the second binder for the Millennium Falcon, actually, just with my last package. So that was kind of cool. I'm hoping for the binder here. And not here yet, but
you'll know when your binder's coming, when the box is way too big for the parts.
Yes. There's the plate. I mean, it's cool. It would be really cool if it said California on the top. But that is actually not bad. Okay. Yeah. So there's a special gift. Special. Just like me, just like us all. Sweet. Notice that this next package is actually kind of a light one. It's kind of the first light package that let's take all of this out because I have all these in one box now. Uh, all of these stages so far, all of the packages have been really like detailed, which is kind of odd for part work. Um, is it that way with a lot of cars, or is it going to be kind of here and there?
It's all over the place. Like those 2 screws that go inside the control arm. I've never seen that in another part work. Some have extremely detailed suspensions like the GTRs, and some have very basic like the DB5. It's all different.
Right. Okay. Oh, so yeah, we're going to be assembling. I did take a look ahead because I am going to be streaming again next Thursday, so we're going to be building this next week. I did take a look ahead, and we're going to be assembling the radiator, and basically that's the clip. I believe this is the stage right after. These are all the radiator hoses and all of that jazz. I did take a look and I saw model mods. One thing that Mike Lane doesn't do is the kind of like the engine components and model mods. The only one that I saw that they had was the like all of the hoses, or not the hoses, but like the reservoirs and everything. They actually have like actual liquid inside and it looks realistic. Have you ever used any of the model mod stuff?
Oh yeah, no, Chloe makes some really good stuff, but it just takes
Okay.
a long time to get it.
Okay. So I've
She
been
works by
thinking about it.
herself.
Oh, she's by herself, really?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Well, that's very interesting. I really like that because I mean, in this stage here, you have KITT's brain basically, and then you were going to be assembling like the reservoir at some point. I think actually today we're going to be doing some of the reservoir work, and I was looking ahead, going, "Oh man, that would actually be pretty cool to get that mod." So I think I might pick that up.
You'll never open the hood.
So I probably shouldn't spend the $60 plus the VAT.
It's one of those things like if you were going to put it on display in a model show and you want the hood open, and I guess but it's one of those, it's not. I wouldn't stop building your model to wait the whatever 6 months it takes to get the replacement parts, right?
Oh my goodness, yeah. So we're gonna just go ahead and move on past that one. And then we're going to be doing the second wheel, the second front wheel next week. So that's going to be, I think we're going to be doing, that's where next time we're going to be bringing the Mike Lane mods. So yeah, that's when we'll be doing that. So that's the next package. This is package number 5. And I haven't even really looked at package number 6 either, or package number 4. This one, however, is heavy and is a big box. Let's get all this stuff out of here. I've already pulled the magazine out. I said, and I lied. I have so many. Todd, how do you keep track of all this crap?
I start doubling up on the boxes because they don't fill the box all the way. So
yeah, absolutely. It's just like, God damn.
I have to write on the outside of the box what's in it because they're all the same boxes, and I have probably 20 of them sitting behind me, so I lose track very quickly.
Oh my God. Insane. Well, this one here is the next stage we're doing, stage number 11, and this is the big deal. This is the center piece. This is the very center of the car on the bottom. What would you call this? What is this called?
It's a chassis bottom, chassis floor.
Bottom. Yeah. So this is die-cast heavy too, so this is a significant piece. And then we have our other wheel arch along with it's like the battery. I agree on your website, it definitely could use. And I also threw where is it? How can I point? Right there. I threw the website, Todd's website that I'm following along with. I threw the website up on the screen there for you. So that's what I'm following along with, and you should as well. And yeah, just more little bits and pieces. This is going to be part of the, looks like the, oh my God, that was be the shock absorber. So, yeah, so that's what we're going to be building today. Let's get started. So, God, it's kind of nice though. I've been clearing out a bunch of models lately, finishing them up. I finished R2D2. I've finished, obviously, the Slave 1. I've done a bunch of work with the Millennium Falcon. I've done a bunch of work with the Enterprise. And so I've been clearing a lot of my inventory out. That whole like mental block that I had like for the whole month of May, just because it's gone. Like I kind of came back from Wonderfest a little bit renewed, I guess. If it were, say, a new season to life, it was needed. It was a lot of fun to go and get reset. All right. Holy crap. Wow. That is significant. Wow. Super cool. So we have GM screws. I also went through and I realized that the screw box that I've been using is nowhere near as useful as I was hoping it was going to be. So I went ahead and upgraded to a larger screw box because there's a lot of screws in this model. There it is. Very good. All right. So, before we get fully started, I'm going to get my screws out. And what I need to do is finish up stage number 10 and just get those hoses hooked up.
Ken would like to know, is the floor carpeted?
Is the floor carpeted? Oh. It is not. And this is the actual floor to the car, isn't it?
It's not to the interior. The interior is
interior.
Right, so okay. That's a separate piece. This is just the bottom of the car.
Got it. Oh, is the floor carpeted? It will be. Let me go ahead and bust out that mod real fast.
The stock floor is plastic, but the interior floor, but it does have a very tiny bumpy texture on it, so it kind of looks like carpet, but it is plastic.
So Todd was very kind to provide me with the front carpets and the trunk carpets from Mike Lane. These are going to be going on in a while. A lot of the mods, I don't think I start really digging into the mods again outside of what I've already been doing. And then obviously when the new dash arrives, I'll be able to start assembling that like as soon as it arrives, right?
Yes.
Okay.
What stage are you on?
I'm on stage. I'll be done with stage 18 at the end of next week, but I do have the full dash from stage like number 4 or whatever it was.
Yeah, I don't think you start working on the interior until stage 44.
44. So probably another few months.
Yeah, you have a whole chassis, the engine to build, so you got a lot to go.
Okay, so yeah, it'll be a little while. So it'll be it's gonna be a while before I actually. Yeah, awesome. I love it. So yeah, these are the carpet mods. There's also another set that I'm going to be getting from Mike Lane as well, and that's going to be the door carpets, and then I think it's the carpets that go along the rear. I think it's just the rear seat area that goes into the trunk carpet. So yeah,
I think he calls it the sail panels. It's basically the inside of the B pillar.
Yep, exactly. And that was one of the ones that Todd was unfortunately not able to provide because he used them. Yeah, actually, this is just a reminder for all the mods. KITT's currently right now, his battery's dead. I was worried that was going to be the case, but all the mods that I do have, the drill disc brakes are done. I went ahead and kept the card for it, however. The caliper transfers. Yeah, we're not going to talk about that. I suck at transfers. I really need to practice. The hubcap conversion kit, which we'll be doing next week. The heel and toe pads, which are also, they are these. So it's the heel and toe pads for the driver's side, which is a really cool mod. The dirty tow bar receiver, which is super cool. I love that one. Yes, Ian.
Ken says, "Why, for the price you're paying, they can't give you a carpet floor?" You know, it all adds up.
Yeah, it really does. Fair point. But then again, like these mods themselves, I think like they bring a whole other level to the model itself. And yes, it is, Ian. Pit My Ride, Knight Rider edition. Thanks for coming in. I hope you're having a better day. I actually read the article today on the whole dealership thing, and so I imagine that you're not having a wonderful day. So, all right. So I got the BPs. Let's get the last of these screws out. Yeah, for this one though, this week is a very simple, fairly simple build actually, which is kind of nice after the complicated build last time. Really, it was just more difficult to do because I don't know, I got fat fingers or something. So, get some CA out, and this thing is almost out. It's crazy. All right. So first up, I'm going to go over to mykitbuild.com. And we're going to go ahead and assemble our brake lines. So we have, what is it? 2 long and 1 short. The one that I broke. Oh no. They're all different sized. That's horrifying. All right. I literally just snapped it in half trying to shove that wire in there. It was awful. Okay. So the long one goes on this side. It's going to be on this leg going out. Oh my God.
Ken, he's pimping his Knight Rider.
Yeah. And I am also getting the, if you haven't seen the video of the full dash mod for KITT from Mike Lane, you should check that out. It is nuts. So I'm getting that along with, oh goodness, what is the, a few of the other mods like the PMD seat badges and what we mentioned earlier with the trunk panel liners, and then I think I need the power mod, and the power mod also comes with the active screens. So getting all of those actually, it's pretty cool.
I can't wait to see this mod. I can't wait to see it.
Same.
And Model Mods is making their own too. They're doing it too.
I noticed that. Now, it kind of, just from my perspective, Model Mods was the first time that I went to their site today. Was it? Yeah, it was today. And are they kind of like a knockoff Mike Lane?
No.
Okay.
Mike Lane is by his nature is a graphic artist.
Oh, I see. Well, that makes total sense.
And Chloe over Model Mods has always been like the electronics guru.
I see.
But she's had to get into 3D printing and painting and all that kind of stuff. So it adds a whole nother layer of stuff to create all the mods. But her background has always been electronics and displays and things like that. It's in contrast, it's first time I've seen Mike go crazy into like the electronic space, right?
Okay.
And I know they've worked together before. Like he created the dashboards that she would sell that had lights inside for the DeLorean, things like that. So
Cool. All right.
Ian says that's a long answer. Yes, there's a lot more to it and drama, but I don't want to get into it.
Oh no.
Not so much with Mike, but on the Model Mod
Got
side.
it. Got it. It would help if I put this in the right direction. A lot more.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's cool. I've kind of learned, I've been watching, now that I've had some time to like stop and think a little bit, been able to like watch some of Wayne's videos, and I found that website with the, what is it? Partwork upgrades. That was kind of an interesting website as well.
Oh yeah, Ian Campbell.
Yeah.
Yep. Ken says, and this chat's going to go right over the part you're working on, but Ken says, with him giving long answers, I have a question I really need to know the answer for.
Well, ask. So why? It says it goes in with 1 GM screw, but it is not wanting to go in with 1 GM screw. Am I getting that facing the right direction?
Hey, Jordan.
I am. Yes.
Do me a favor and slide that to the upper and right so it's not underneath the chat. There you go. That's good.
There it is.
Ian says, on another note, I'm testing a Ghost Modders board for his Ecto 1, and it's pretty slick.
Awesome.
That was another thing, too. I heard a lot of people couldn't get their hands on those, and they disappeared for a while. Then the guy came back, and I heard that was a whole other story for another day.
Ken. He really needs an answer.
I think that the answer is more, would you want to?
Yeah, like seriously, why? Oh my god, that is yes, I love it. Love it, love it, love it. All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this wire, or this, I guess, hose, routed over this way, ready for the next side next time. And then this one is going to, let's go ahead and let's work. And let's go back over the top. So I'm going to take this line and run it underneath here. Then there's a little nipple. Yeah, I said it. Right there.
Very hard to see black on black, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, God, that sounds like a Pornhub channel.
I always think of that scene, or all of the scenes in Ted 2, where he's like, you're never more than 2 clicks away from black cock.
Jesus. And there goes your PG rating.
Oh, yeah, exactly. My own stream. I love it. Where'd it go? Why am I not seeing all of the chat? I'm not sure.
I don't know. I'm monitoring the stream and I see it all.
Let's see here.
Oh, that's true. Ken's question did not show up on the YouTube chat. Oh, you know what? I bet you YouTube filtered it.
Yeah.
I bet you, yeah. Oh, it's no. His question did not show up on your channel. I'm watching your YouTube stream to make sure that it comes out okay, and
no, it didn't.
It is not there.
Very interesting.
He said it chat. Oh, well, why would you do that?
Oh.
Oh, you know what? Mine wasn't doing that either. Look at that. Ken says, we had a guy at the end of mission briefing when I was in the military, and he asked that question. That seems appropriate.
Oh, my God. But why? But why not? All right. What the mistake that I made was I didn't feed it through. So there is a channel right here that goes in between, it's your upper and lower control arms, and I had to get that fed through, and I did not do that. I was like, wait, that looks like crap. Why does that look like crap? And then I'm going to take a little bit of our CA. Just going to put it at the end of that post to make sure that it holds in place. So. There it is. All right, finally, stage 10 done. I know, yeah, and that's the thing. Like, definitely, and I agree. I thought about like what I was trying to do last time was put the 22 gauge wire, and I think I got 20 gauge wire instead because I'm an idiot and I don't buy things correctly. And so yeah, it wound up like being one of those things where like I broke the piece trying to do the mod, and I'm like, why even bother? Oh, you put them in? Yeah. Hey, GB. How's it going? Welcome. Thanks for joining. All right. So now, actually getting into pack 4 now, we have the chassis center section. And we're going to start by putting this cover over. And I'm curious, like, why? Like, why did they have us put this together? Sometimes it's just like, okay. All right. But this is a plastic piece. I don't know what difference that makes. And I remember, yep, Todd said if it's a tight fit, which it definitely is. Oh, no. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Well.
I wonder why is that so she could buy stuff on it? I don't.
Yeah, right. All right. So this piece is a bit of a tight fit. And as Todd mentions in his website, if it is a tight fit, we're going to need to go ahead and sand down just a little bit. How much were you winding up having to sand down?
Oh, not that much. Just until it fits.
Yeah.
This is on the underside of the car and underneath the floor, interior floor. So you're not really going to see it. So don't worry about doing too much.
All right. A little bit of sand in here.
It is right. There's many details you put into part work models that you'll never see again. Like there isn't a single part work that I built, not any of the cars that I built, where I ever picked it up and go, look at this cool thing underneath.
Right, because why would you want to pick it up?
Yeah, it's just
so heavy.
So sometimes I keep that in mind when I'm building. I'm just like, are we ever going to see this again?
Right.
Ian likes your Rastafarian friendship bracelet.
Kat made that for me. So, of course, I got to wear it.
Yeah, that means he has to wear it, whether he likes it or not.
That's correct. She picked up that weird hobby, so that was interesting. All right. This part is a bit of a pain, and I don't know why. Obviously, I sanded it down a little bit, but good Lord.
Ian says hello to Kat, who's probably not even there.
Not yet. She'll probably make her appearance here very soon, however.
Oh.
I think she had to go to Walmart tonight after work, which is a horrible place to go.
I'm sure she will make her dandy entrance like she does.
Yeah, although I'm not using the very loud mic anymore, so a lot of the background like stuff should be faded out, so to say.
GB would like to know if that's the KITT car you're doing.
It is the KITT. Currently, his scanner is dead, and I need to replace the battery there. I was wondering right before I got on stream, I'm like, is that going to last the entire stream? And the answer was no. I usually have it running. I'll like put it on while I'm recording something or stream, and then I'll just forget it and leave it. All right. This piece.
Just smash it in there.
Yeah, no, I'm kind of like trying to be a little gentle, but I'm realizing I really don't need to be.
No, the big panel, for people can't tell, is the big panel is a big hunk of metal, and that arch piece that he's putting in is plastic. So you just smash it in there.
It's kind of ridiculous.
Look who's here.
What's up, Donnie? Welcome. It's a party tonight. Oh my god.
GB is jealous because he can't get it in Australia. Oh,
that sucks. Yeah, it's kind of like when you're saying with KITT, for instance, you or not KITT, but the DeLorean, you build the engine and never actually see it.
No, I feel that way about the Lotus. Lotus is going to have a cool little engine in it. You'll never see it.
Yeah. Oh, especially that. Like I saw those pictures and it looks freaking amazing. The colors and golly.
That's my awesome photography skills. Okay.
Hey, Eric. It goes well. Thanks for joining. All right. Well, how is everyone now that people are starting to arrive? How is everyone doing tonight? All right. Oh, you're doing the Batman tumbler. See, I would love to do the tumbler. That is
that's one he gets and we don't.
Yep, exactly.
But hey, Ian and I posted on Partwork or Hachette's Facebook page saying, hey, when are we going to get this in the U.S.? And they did respond. They said, we will bring it up to the right people. I'm like, okay.
Oh. What does that mean?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Yeah. Some customer service person going to their manager might go to their manager and say the U.S. wants it, and then that's the end.
Right.
There's two guys. Two guys want it.
Just two. All right. So this is fairly simple. We're just going to take these. These are the brake line guides, and we're going to take two of them and put them opposite of each other. Yeah, that would be a really, really, really fun build. I would really like to do the tumbler. I know they have the 25th scale model, which would be pretty cool, but not quite as awesome as a Partwork. Those wheels on that are insane. Kind of like the Batmobile 89.
Oh, come on. Bring it.
Yep. By the way, Ian got his parts today.
I'm shipping out Wayne's tomorrow.
Nice.
It's all packed up and ready to go.
Went ahead and tossed in for Ian a little gift. Part of my inheritance from my dad. He collected all of the Star Wars Hallmark, what is it, the tree ornaments, and I just got a huge pile of ornaments, and so I sent him the Darth Vader's TIE Fighter, and it was from the 1999 release, which was pretty cool.
Wow.
Yeah, got a whole box of those things.
GB says the tumbler is going good so far. From what I've
Where
seen,
are you at?
It looks great. How far in are you?
All right. No, looks like we it's actually not opposite of each other. We're going to be putting the second brake line holder right up front. Let's go and zoom in a little bit here. There we go. Much closer. And I just need to be paying attention to the screen so I don't get off screen. And I got Todd to let me know if I do. It's great.
That's right.
Issue 14.
All the time. I'm like, Buck, you're working off screen. Buck, you're working off screen. Buck. GB says he's on issues 14. So he's just getting started. That's good. Ken says, such a giving person.
I'm a giver. She was a giver. What was that movie? That was
GB says he still has 104 issues to go. Jesus.
Yeah, I feel that way about like the Enterprise, but what's interesting about the Falcon is it's only 100 stages, and so like we're getting stages up through 47 this month, I believe, something like that. So we're getting close to being halfway through.
Ian says there's copyrighted music on his Ghost board. I'm sure there is. The theme song at a minimum.
All right. I think. Yes, there you go. Now, this is what is this? The fuel filter. And I thought briefly about painting that silver.
You have a Sharpie?
I do, actually. Oh, yeah.
Paint on either side of the strap. Just go for a silver look. Just for fun. Nobody's ever going to look at it, but why not?
Yeah, no, that's a great idea. Oh, where's my silver Sharpie? Go ahead and slide that out of the way.
Ian says his final Enterprise D parts are preparing for shipment. You can't wait for this thing to be done. Just maybe not do the decal.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, we were talking about it on stream last night. How did that turn out? Did the pinkish come off or no?
I don't know. I'll run in the other room and tell you. Oh no, don't do that. I was going to say that strap part would have stayed black. The strap,
it was
filter, the center. Get a dip in some alcohol. Wipe that off.
Yep. Shoot. Where is
I think it'll just look better if you leave the strap black.
Yeah, it's very true.
I agree, Ian. That's why I didn't put it on mine. Well, I think Francisco, he was here, and we basically finished both of them. They're still on the desk in there, actually. And I think he wanted to take it home because it would be done. And I said, well, I still want to take some final pictures. I need to put all the plugs in, like the screw covers and everything on mine. And then I want to take some like final video and pictures and do a little YouTube thing for it, stock versus modded. And I'm hoping that I've tried reaching out to Mike, but he's so busy right now that he doesn't check Messenger all that often. And see if I can send him the decals. If he's not building it, send him the decals and he can either scan it or do whatever he needs to do to try to turn them into dry rubs. Because I think the lot better is transfers.
So is this among how many runs of the Enterprise have actually been finished? Like, when you think about it, like the original run of it, like how many people have actually finished this model?
Oh, I think quite a few.
Okay.
I'm seeing a lot of finished models on the Facebook groups, but you got to remember that's a very small portion of people that actually are building it. So
right, exactly.
GB says, I think that Agora model is coming out with Mad Max in September. I believe that is it Hachette that's doing the Mad Max Falcon? Not Agora. But that is coming. And they're not calling the Mad Max. They just call it the Falcon Interceptor or whatever.
Exactly.
I think they're trying to avoid getting the licenses.
Yeah.
It looks like it, but I don't think they're going to say anything about Mad Max. Ian says Japan had a full run. Did they get a full run? I don't know if they finished it in Japan. I know because that was coming from D'Agostini. DeAgostini was distributing the Enterprise in Japan, and so they didn't get affected necessarily by Eagle Moss going out of business.
Oh,
so,
I see.
It wouldn't surprise me that they did. Ian says that's Hachette. That's correct. And yes, the Apache. Oh, can't wait. Can't wait.
Yeah, I kind of want the Apache too, even though like military is not my thing, but still like I love the Apache helicopter.
Oh, I just think about like camouflage options and adding paint, extra decals. I love the fact. I mean, it's got a whole sheet of water slides, so that's going to be fun. But
yeah,
at least they have 4 different nationalities. You can do the U.S. one, and what else do they have? French and Israeli and a bunch of other ones. I don't know. Ian would probably know. Ian, what are the 4 nationalities for the Apache decals? See, then you can just take like a little Q-tip or a razor blade and scrape off where you went over.
Right. Exactly.
Yep. I wish that they would have done the first Enterprise, the first design of the Enterprise D when it was the panels were huge. Like it was the whole deck 2. Oh my lord, the whole deck 2, plus like the first 4 panels up in front of deck 2 were all one piece. Like the bridge, everything was all one piece, because it split open, right, and had the acrylic decks inside.
So cool.
And so every deck was engraved on acrylic sheet, and you could slide the decks in, and you could see everything. And they used the Sternbach blueprints. I wish they would have kept that, but it went to be released right when Fukushima blew up.
Oh God.
And it never saw the light of day. It never saw the light of day.
Oh man.
And then it came out. They decided they'd scrap that whole idea, because Sternbach was going to write all the articles, and he was getting a whole bunch of stuff about like the life pods and all these details, and he had all this work prep for it. It just went nowhere.
Right. God. Yeah, when you showed like whatever limited information is out there, like it looked insane. So Ian's saying U.S. Army, British Army, Royal Air Corps, Netherlands Air Force, Japan. Wow. That's crazy. That's super cool. I've been looking at Agora, and I do want to do another part work because I'm insane. And I do want to do one from Agora. I want to try that out. So that might have to be September, I believe, is when it comes out. So I can't wait for that. It might have to be the one. Eric. Yeah, I was actually, when I was looking at the site yesterday, I was like, because they at Wonderfest they had the Optimus Prime there, and in one of the dealer rooms, and it was only then that I really realized how just gigantic that thing is. And so yeah, that's kind of what gave me pause too. And I love what you said. It's kind of like having another person in the house.
Well, did you see how big that alien ends up being?
Yeah, I watched Wayne's video the other night, and I was just like, "Are you kidding me?" Like, you had to do it in the hallway.
Yeah. Well, we'll give you some top secret news just for your stream only.
Love it.
They're coming out with another maquette that's even bigger.
What? Really?
Oh yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah. It's almost 6 feet tall.
What?
Yep.
Wow. Is it a maquette that we've seen before, or is this something completely new?
Brand new.
Oh, very exciting.
Set to be released at the New York Comic Con, or at least, announced, shown, which I'd like to go to this year.
Yeah, I haven't been to a Comic-Con in, God, years. Wow. When do you see that? Very often.
Excuse me.
Literally broke the screw head off.
Wow. Did you use oil?
I did. Wow. That was a BP screw.
It went into plastic. Wait, it went into plastic and broke?
Yeah.
Are you sure you're not screwing into metal?
Yeah, it was going into this piece.
Oh. Wow.
Super weird. Yeah. So now what shall I do? I have to. Looks like I'm gonna have to extract that out of there. Oh man, Ian. So what I've done? Let me go.
Hey, you should bring her with you. Bring her with you, and her and Rebecca can go play. Ken says if it's near 6 feet, another subject won't be Donnie. Oh, that's mean.
Oh.
I don't know. Would it be okay if Donnie builds a model that's bigger than he is? GB says he did the T800, stands 1 meter. The T800, while repetitive, is a very cool model.
So that was one of those ones that was also kind of like on the list of maybes. That base looks really cool with it.
Yeah, and if you give it a little paint, a little dirt and stuff, it comes out really good.
Nice. So what I'm going to do here to fix this issue with the broken screw is I'm just going to go ahead and glue this in place. And not, because the screw itself is broken inside of the hole. So, how interesting. How interesting. But I don't think it's going to affect anything.
No, you could just glue that thing in place if you really needed to.
Yep, that's exactly what I did. Sweet. So now, after this dries...
It looked good. We can see it.
There it is. Hold on. There it is. Yeah, just letting that dry for a quick second. One day Donnie might grow on you.
Oh, Jesus.
I'd see myself out, but it's my stream, so. All right. Wow, that CA bonded quick. Nice. Okay, so now what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and flip this part over, and we are going to put it in place. And it goes in. How far in? Flip this over, just like so. Flip it over the other way, Jordan. And there are 2 screw points right here and here. They're going to mount up right here and here.
I don't know what this means. Todd has some stoic composure.
Stoic composure. Watching me struggle.
I laugh when appropriate.
Ian was picking at me a little last night, on stream.
I'm sorry I didn't make it.
Nah, dude. You get your free 2 hours of Falcon time.
I'll probably just do that on Friday.
Nice. There it is. I'm not going to tighten.
Said, have you guys done the F40 Ferrari? What a bad build that one was. I've heard that. I don't know that. God, was it ever available here in the U.S.? I don't think so. Maybe from Model Space a long time ago, but I've heard such god-awful horror stories about that build. Instructions are terrible. There's like the instructions are just missing things. Like they say, "Oh, do this thing." You're like, "Well, how? Where? What? Or the hoses and the engine bays and all that stuff go."
Okay. Very strange.
So you can loosen the screws. You remember the left and right arms? You can loosen the screws that mount the suspension components to it to get those to open up a little bit.
Oh, I see. Yeah. I was like, wait, hold on.
Yeah, just because I think there's only 2 screws that hold that suspension cross member to those straight chassis arms. So if you just loosen those up a little bit, you can get it to kind of open. Unless you did something completely wrong.
Which is entirely possible.
Because those look really close together, but it could be me. Ian says he wants to do the Lambo Countach build, but it likely sucks. I've heard the same. I thought about it. There's a couple people that have tried to sell full kits of it, the LP500. What is it, the Wolf Edition? What's that guy's name? But, yeah, I just can't seem to pull the trigger.
Yeah, the one side is definitely...
No, not the Wolf of Wall Street. It's like the Herman Wolf Edition or something. I don't know. Something.
Oh,
I used to have a Lamborghini I had 2 pictures of cars on my wall in my room growing up as a kid. I had the Testarossa and the Countach for years and years and years. Those were my 2 cars.
I love the Countach. Okay. So I think I found the issue here. There it is. It was into the wrong screw hole. There we are.
Walter Wolf, that was his name.
Walter Wolf.
Wolf Edition.
Okay. Yep, that was the issue. Very nice.
What'd you do? Share with the class.
So real quick, this screw, you go ahead and just set the hubcap conversion off to the side there. This screw right here, it's hard to see from this side, but there's 2 screw holes and it went into the wrong one. So I found the wrong hole.
Jordan put it in the wrong hole.
I did.
Mark the time.
I'm well known for that. It's kind of sad.
GB says, I just wanted to chuck it out the window. I think Wayne did too, because I think Wayne built that and it's just like frustrating as hell.
I think that was one of the very first things that I was watching Wayne build way back in the day.
Yeah, there's some struggles. I think he's doing the same with his Lancia. There's just things where it's just like the hose is like the picture shows, and he's all his instructions are in French, of course, and he's trying to build it and he's just guessing.
Oh, God. Ken.
No, Ken, I don't think a girl ever says, "Oh, I think I put it in the wrong hole."
No, that's what he said. Wrong hole, fool.
Ian says it seems to be a trend with Italian supercar builds. I do know that there is some hoses that are not explained in the LaFerrari, but I know where they go, so that will be on my site when Pac-12 comes around.
Well, and it would also be par for the course with Italian supercars because they don't even know sometimes what's in them to begin with. So, right. let's get a little close. Let's go ahead and zoom in just a little bit, but not all the way in. All right, so now I'm going to flip it over. Nope. Right here and right here, we're going to be putting in 2 more EM screws. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to do that Lotus. Like, I really want to do another part work, like I said, and
Donnie. Jesus, Donnie.
Oh my God.
I love the idea of playing dumb. That's a good idea.
Oh, really? Oh, my bad. I was wondering what happened. It felt real great.
Oh, you know what? You know, Ian's right. The hoses, this model, you're going to run into that too. It's not extremely clear in the magazines. Well, it's actually not clear at all because they have hoses that don't make any sense. Like a fuel line runs to the battery, and you know the brake lines run to the side of the engine. It's all sorts of weird. But I sorted it out on my site. But man, it is. If you follow the instructions, you will be lost. What? I'm not even reading that. You can read that, Jordan.
Oh, no. I can even do it through chat. Damn it.
Jesus.
One hole makes babies and the other makes movies. And Donnie's like, what? Oh my God. Woo! All right. So, yep. Dude. All right.
I don't always break, Jordan, but when I do,
it's pretty good. Yeah.
When I do.
That is stage number 11 complete, and this thing has just gained a considerable amount of weight. That's kind of insane. Wow. The video of Wayne's
so
that I just... Oh, what's that?
It's going to get so much heavier.
Oh, I know. I just watched Wayne's intro to the 1/6 Mustang. Oh, my God.
Yeah, that's like 30 pounds, too. It's going to be like the Exmobile.
Like, what the hell? Like, I can't remember what the conversion was on the 89 Batmobile, but that is also going to be a very...
Oh, Ken.
One hole makes bubbles.
Okay, technically they can both make bubbles.
They both can make bubbles.
Oh, God. What? So much for the R rating.
Thank God I'm not monetized.
Oh,
you guys are great. All right. Jesus.
I think Ian means, damn it, Ken, don't break Jordan and Todd at the same time.
Yep. It's Ian, though, so
yeah,
he doesn't know the difference between Tuesday and Wednesday.
Yeah, or how to start and stop a stream. I mean, it's fine.
Well, he can start a stream, definitely.
Oh, we know that. We've seen it.
Yep.
And I saw on last night's stream that somebody didn't end the stream before the outro ran out. It popped right back to you guys.
Yep. That was me.
GB has to take off. Have to go, nice guys. But thanks for a chat.
Hey, thanks, GB. Really appreciate you coming tonight. I press button. Okay. Okay. I start stream now. Okay.
Well, he probably should have known there was a reason why he was the only one there.
Well, what's funny is, like, I saw in Discord, he's like, hey, where is everybody? And I'm like, I commented, I'm like, it's Tuesday, dude. And then Align in the Stars has gone live, and Pit Stain Hobbies has gone live, and Marvel Phoenix has gone live, and Hobby Time Modelers has gone live. And I'm like, oh my God.
I saw it for a second. I thought, oh my God, if it streams tonight, I can make it. No.
Good times.
Mm-hmm.
Love it. All right, so we are doing stage number 12. Blithering idiots. Here is our battery. You know, really looks like a battery there. And what is this? This is the 12B. That is wheel arch support frame. Sweet. So we're gonna be building the left wheel arch Falcus. There we go. And this thing is, these things are freaking chunky as hell. Yeah, this model is about to get real heavy real quick. Okay, so real quick, I'm going to put away my screws. I'm all out of Texas toast, and I'm not happy about it.
I love Texas toast.
So do I.
Not Texas, but I like Texas toast.
Ugh.
Isn't the bottom half of Texas like drowning right now? Like flooding out?
I think so, yeah. It's insane.
Ken says, you hear that, Ian? That's the sound of no one disagreeing with you. All right, so let's go ahead and looking at these wheels, they look like the same wheels that they use on the DeLorean. Kind of.
Very similar. Huh.
Except they don't fall off.
Wait, the wheels on the DeLorean fall off?
Well, they have a flappy magnet that holds them in place so they can be folded down, which nobody ever does. For the Back to the Future 2 version, the hover mode. And the magnets are terrible. They're glued in with terrible glue, and they fall out all the time. And because of that mechanism that lets the wheel fold down, the whole suspension is just a wobbly mess. So a lot of people just glue them closed, you know.
That's awful. Oh, God. Oh, man. Good old Partworks. They have an idea, but then they don't execute fully. Okay. So we're going to take this arch support, and we're going to tuck it into these two posts right there. Yep. Right there, like that.
Now it's a Jordan stream.
Now it's a Jordan stream, exactly. So, just like that. And then we are going to put them into place with 2 AM screws that I have not opened up yet. So funny is like, I'm like, yeah, this should be a fairly quick stream. And then I'm an hour in and I've only gotten one thing done so far. That's how it does.
I blame Ian.
Yep, same. Made me laugh for not too long. All right, 2 AM screws. We're going to fix them from the bottom. That was weird breaking that screw. Wonder if I was like trying to go in to at a different angle or something like that.
Nope, that screw was probably broken already.
Oh, God. We love you too, Ken. All right. That support's put in place. Now, we're going to take this bottom piece, and I believe this is the bottom to the battery, and that is going to... Where is that going to sit? Just like this, right? Nope. Just like that. Right over the top here. Then we're going to take the battery, and the battery with the handle facing this way, set it right over the top. And then we're going to use one CP screw. Get it put into place. It's funny, when I first started building Partworks, I was using that magnetic holder, and I could never get my screwdriver to interact with that properly. I went back and watched my very first video just recently, and oh my god.
Well, you had like a magnetic tray.
Yeah, it was like one of those magnetic, like for working on cars, so they keep from like falling out everywhere. And every time I tried to like stick the screwdriver to the screw, I would stick the the screwdriver to the plate too. Stop looking at me. Nice. All right. So then we have two of these battery terminal pins, and these look like just push connections, if I'm not mistaken. Yep. Looks like push connections. So why are you trying to open it like that?
Ian was quote unquote washing my hands at Ken's hobby bench.
All right, so there's the little terminals. All right, there. And we're going to go ahead and plug them with the terminal end, the pointy end, facing this way. You can see Discord going. Take that, and it's just a press fitting, so it's going to push that right in place. That definitely needs it. And you know what I might do for next stream, because there's not a whole lot to do in the next stream as well, I might pick up, I don't have any right now, but I might pick up some decal paper and try to print some AC Delco or something like that. Decals in the proper scale. Put that in place. I think that'd be kind of cool. Try to do that. Now, there's the battery terminals I'll put in place. And I think that's the end of stage 12. That was a quick and easy one. Very nice. Why would you be washing your hands at the hobby bench? At Ken's hobby bench. Model Mods did one, and you know, I think that, you know, it would make sense, like why you would and why you wouldn't as well. So there's a CM. Do I have a CM container? I do not. It's a good thing that I went ahead and switched over to a new screw box here. Let's label this up real quick. Using one of these larger cases now for all of the KITT screws. I was trying to use a smaller one and it is not working. So yeah.
No, and you're using it right. Sometimes you're going to get little parts that you might lose between stages, and I throw them in screw boxes.
Yep, that I've done that with. Started doing that with the Enterprise in the very beginning, and like I keep all of my like the Millennium Falcon parts together. The Falcon is currently split between 3 boxes. The Enterprise is split between 2 boxes, and KITT so far is still only one. Dude, I can't even imagine what you and Wayne have going on.
I literally have half-built models stuffed into like cracks and shelves, like a book.
God. Oh my God. Yeah, the Enterprise D really does have so few different screw types. That's actually the thing that I'm noticing. It's the KITT, it's a ton. Like easily is already 6 or 7 more styles than uh, the Enterprise has had so far.
Yeah, I think the Enterprise goes up to what, a JM screw at most?
Yeah, at most, yeah, and I haven't even gotten that far yet. All right. So here's stage 13, which is a fairly simple stage. Had to kind of find it there. I got stages sitting all around the floor here. I say simple, it's got a spring, and it's me. So, Ian has counted 14 screw types so far. That's awesome. I love it. And I do love part of your websites where you do the screw and part counts. I dork out over that for whatever reason. I love it.
I always wondered if anybody ever looked at those pages.
I do every single time. It's like those stupid little details that I like to know for whatever reason. I like to know
them. I know on my Partworks I have a list of all the builds I built and the total number of parts and screws.
Mm-hmm.
So you can compare model to model.
Some of them are insane.
Mm-hmm.
Enterprise obviously has a lot of parts.
Well, if you count the individual windows, yeah.
Yep. What's funny is, like, I understand why it's kind of a pain in the ass for everybody to build, and it's a pain in the ass for me to build, especially choosing to mod it and all of that. But I gotta say, there's something, I don't know. I like building the Enterprise because it's the Enterprise, I think. I think the reason I withstand it is because it is, like, just seeing what you and Cisco did, like that, insane. Like, even for a stock kit, that is such a beautiful model when it is fully assembled. And so it's like, that's what I want, and with the mods that I'm doing, that's it's going to be even better. And I pose a question in the next episode, which is going to come out, what should have been this week, but next week. And I pose a question because I'm having a real difficult time with the curved neck panels. I just cannot get it right. So I pose a question in the video. And the question is this, basically: should I just deal with the stock windows and sand them down for the neck, or do I continue to practice? Because I don't want to screw up the model. So I have to think about it.
If you're going to use the stock windows in the neck, which I can understand, I would make sure that they're very well blacked out.
Yeah,
because the stock blacking out is not good at all. It'll
right.
be crazy. And I didn't.
Yeah,
I was already doing resin by the time I got to the neck, so I never did sand those down. But it's going to be tricky because it's multiple angles. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, I mean, I've seen what the stock looks like, and it's acceptable. And that's I'm just thinking about it, and I put it to the video, and I'm going to put it to people to discuss. Like I'm willing to do either. It's just what I am going to do, however, is I'm kind of going to continue to build forward because I don't want to. What I'm dealing with right now is I don't want to start leaving parts of stages behind. Right. So, like, as I continue to resin out my windows and build them and get them all assembled, like, I can go through and build most of the top of the saucer now at this point. But I don't want to continue. I don't want to forget about the engineering section as well. So I don't know.
The neck is the hardest part to resin. The underside of the neck, I should say, it's the hardest part of to do. The top of the engineering section, the bottom of the engineering section, that's all fine.
Yeah.
But and you can pass it because once you finish building the neck, you're going to set it aside for like 9 months.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because all you're going to do is work on the saucer and the engineering section. Then eventually you just go to a stage in like the late teens where it says, okay, grab your neck and stick it on. So
Okay.
you could keep going and revisit the neck later on.
And then I can keep practicing for the next several months.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, that actually kind of answers the question then, because like that's the thing. Like I'm willing to accept the crappy windows on the neck for the sake of not hurting the model, right? So, but if I have time to like work with it and I don't have to leave a bunch of parts behind, then okay, then I'm totally fine with that.
Andrew's here. He says, I'm not looking forward to filling the windows on the neck of the 650. I bet. Same exact thing.
Oh man.
Same thing, just bigger.
Yep, much bigger. How's it going, Andrew? Thanks for coming by.
Ken says, does this build include a driver's seat that's really a guy dressed up like a seat? Unfortunately, no, because that would be cool.
No, but there is which site is it that has it? I think it's HDA has a resin Michael Knight that you can get that's 1/6 scale. And it's basically with him kind of like leaning over the side of the car, like looking in like he's talking to KITT. So I've thought about picking that up, but I'd have to paint it, and I'm not Donnie or Dave.
Yeah, you know the guy that does commissions.
That's very true. It's very, very true.
Andrew has nettered the chat. Nice. Nice, Ian.
Ian is typing fast tonight.
He's typing faster than his brain.
That's for certain. Quite the meta addition to the kit. Yep.
Yeah. If you had the seat of the left driving stealth car, yeah.
Oh man, like especially like with the dude with his arms sticking out right from the back seat underneath, pushing the door out.
Yeah. Well, and if you look closely, when they have that guy in the seat, he doesn't even have the Knight Rider wheel. He's got the small stunt wheel, right? The little round stunt wheel.
Yep.
Yes, we knew what you meant, Ian, but we still took advantage of it. And Donnie says you can do it, Jordan. You can paint your Mini.
I can do it. Now, can I do it, paint the Mini, or I can do it resin the neck And I think, okay, if it's time, if I have 9 months, like literally if I can just set all these parts aside and practice on the pieces that I do have and get it right for the next 9 months, sure, not a problem. Like I will go ahead and continue to do that. And if it's painting Michael Knight, like, you know, I'll paint it. Don't you worry about it. It's getting the hamburger, you know, all the chest hamburger hanging out there. That's going to be the hard part. Like, how do I get like little fiber fill and create little micro Michael Knight chest hairs?
No, you put a magnet inside his chest and you put iron filings on it.
Oh my God.
So they stand straight up.
Oh my God. Yes. Yes. Yes, it does.
Look at that. Andrew figured it out right away.
Yes, he did. So the Aligning the Stars came about, like I said, it started as a podcast during the pandemic, and my buddy Matt and I doing the podcast, the whole idea was we're trying to somehow find the common ground between Star Wars fans and Star Trek fans, because often like they hate each other. And I'm one of those people that love both. And so, that was the whole idea for it. And the logo itself is a combination of the Rebel logo and the motion picture Star Trek logo. So that one took Matt and I probably about 4 weeks to put together and finish. We spent more time on that than actually doing podcasts for a lot of it.
It's because you didn't know me yet.
That's right. No, I know. That's the thing. Although the logo did turn out pretty good. Really enjoy it. Who doesn't love both Star Wars and Star Trek? Oh, man.
Some people love both.
They do. See, for that, it'd be really simple. All I have to do for the Tauri would be to put a simple circle over the top of the chevron there. So, oh no, What about Battlestar Galactica fans? I also happen to be one. I just watched the miniseries 2 nights ago, and it is so good. Oh my god, I forgot how great that miniseries was. Like, oh my god. Yeah, I mean, I do too. Like, I grew up. I remember the very first Star Trek episode that I saw was the Squire of Gothos, the one with Trelane, and that got me hooked on Star Trek. And then it was probably about season 3 of the Next Generation when I got hooked. And then I got into Star Wars probably in middle school, and that had more to do with the video games than anything else. So, but yeah, I'm a huge like Star Wars and Star Trek fan, and Stargate. Stargate, as I was saying last night on stream, does not get enough love at all.
And then what about Firefly?
Firefly is also I have deep feelings about Firefly. Yeah, the Sci-Fi Channel miniseries. Yeah, that's actually like the miniseries. If you don't watch the miniseries without, or if you watch the series without the miniseries, it's not as good. The miniseries was so good. That Battlestar Galactica is a fantastic show. That was Robert Hewitt Wolf went over there, right? That was when he jumped Star Trek and went over to Battlestar. He was the one that went over there, right?
I think Andrew means Firefly or BS. Well, BSG gets lots of models, but Firefly really doesn't.
No, it doesn't.
Maybe we need a part work. I think we need a part work of the Firefly. I'd like to see a part work of the Razor Crest.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
How much do you think that thing would weigh?
The Razor Crest?
Uh-huh.
Oh my god. Probably good 20, 30 pounds. 30 pounds at least. And what scale would you do? Probably 32nd scale.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want it as big as my Lego one.
Oh, I'm talking about Stargate? Oh, yeah. That would also be a fascinating part work, too, to, like, build the gate and the DHD, or, like, just in general, they don't have a whole lot of Stargate models out there. Like, they have some resin stuff, but, like, even then, it's kind of hard to come by. The X-301, the human Goa'uld like hybrid fighter that they modified with what was it from the Death Glider? Oh, that was a super cool looking ship. I really love the realistic sci-fi. Super awesome.
Oh, Ian's got to leave. Bye, Ian.
Thanks, Ian, for dropping by, though. I appreciate you, my dude.
He did say, by the way, he could send you more Enterprise panels to practice on. You know what? I'll have to look through my stack because I have a huge box of parts.
Sweet.
I might even have some neck pieces, some spare neck pieces.
Awesome, yeah. Because the one that I have, one of the neck pieces that I have, I've done a lot of work on, and at this point, I kind of can't punch out any more holes.
Yeah.
I can't punch out any more windows.
No, and it's real tough because those windows are very small in the neck. So
they are. And the thing that I was running into specifically is like the Tamiya tape. Like, how do you get it so that it doesn't run out? Like, how does that even happen?
If you're running into the problem where the resin comes out the bottom of it and like leaks into the lines or the other windows, is what I would do is I'd push it on really hard, and then I would run a fingernail along the panel lines and push it. I would seal it into the gaps, and I would just keep pushing on until it looks like the wheels were fully sealed. The windows, it's not perfect, but it did work a lot better.
Oh, that's a fit. Oh, perfect.
Like just a smooth fingernail, it's not going to tear up the tape, and I use a fingernail just to push into the lines. Eric says a Mass Effect game series has some badass ships with big excellent models. I'm sure. Yeah.
I would love the Normandy. Would be a fantastic model. I've looked around. They have like a toy that's available you can get, but that's it. Like, I'm not finding, like, I don't know if there's resin kits out there for it, but I would really love to have the Normandy. That is such a cool ship. And some of the figures from that one too would also be really, really cool, like a Garrus figure or Tali. I love Mass Effect, one of my very favorite video game series of all time.
All right, so what have we done on the model since we've totally went off?
We've been chatting. So I'm in the middle of stage 13. What I've done is I've put the shock absorber. What is this? Goodness me. The top mount. So it's the top mount for the shock absorber. And I went ahead and just assembled the shock absorber itself. And now about to take, was it? Now we're going to turn this back over, and then we're going to take this piece, slot this one, right like that.
Ken says Epic Models did a video on a resin build of the Normandy SR1 and SR2.
Oh, really? Epic Models. Okay, I'm going to write that down real fast. Epic Models. Sweet. All right. Yeah, man, there are some super cool kits that are available out there, and that would be.
I found their YouTube channel. You cool with me posting it in your chat?
Absolutely.
There you go.
Beautiful. Nice. Canadian from BC. Nice. All the Canadian model builders were multiplying.
Oh boy, it looks like he's 2 months ago he was working on, looks like, lighting the Bandai.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Excellent.
Awesome.
Couple Mass Effects builds. Oh, those look really good. 537 refit.
Oh, shit. Okay.
The AMT TIE Fighter, which looks really good. Yeah, I'm about to check this guy out. The Space 1999 Comlock and Stun Gun build. Oh, boy.
Oh, buddy.
Oh. What is this? Oh, he's doing the 1400 Enterprise with a whole bunch of wiring. The Enterprise D. Oh.
Ken also Horvathed him.
What? Oh, God. Yeah. He's got 2,500 subs. That's pretty good.
Awesome.
Yeah, good for him. Ken's out there just Horvathing everybody.
Did you buy him a Gressum, Ken?
That would be funny. Put a caveat. If you're going to build a Grissom, he has to join our group build.
That's right. Super awesome. Yeah, Michael, who joined our Discord last night, he was part of my Discord, and he's a pretty cool builder as well. He does a lot of sci-fi stuff. Yeah, we're just going to take that cap, the top mount, and we just put that right over the top where the screw hole is. That was a clever little way of covering up that screw hole. I would say that one of the disappointing things is they don't have screws that look like bolts. That would be pretty cool. Oh, wow, Ken.
Oh, is that all? Jesus.
Yeah. Incredibly generous. That, if you guys aren't aware, Ken is an incredibly generous human being. And those are the sort of things like Ian also hooked me up with an airbrush and a compressor, and Todd has hooked me up with an airbrush. So those are the sort of things that elevate games for people. Like for me, as soon as I got that compressor, I was able to stop. I got out of the Stone Age with painting, and I'm able to like paint. Like the Iwata, you barely have to thin the paint down. It's insane.
Mm-hmm.
I was having to thin down with that little handheld that I was using. I was having to go almost 50% thinner in order to get it out of there.
Yeah, like I can shoot model air straight from the airbrush. It helps to add a little bit of flow improver, just keep the dry tip at bay. But otherwise, I higher pressure, but it'll shoot fine.
Nice.
Eric is asking if Ken is Santa.
Yes.
Yes. He is. He practically lives in the North Pole, so yeah.
Well, and the other side of it too, though, is Ken is feeding his entertainment. He knows what he's doing.
Yeah, when a guy says, "I would love to see a group build of the Grissom," I know how to make that happen.
He does.
Yeah. Andrew says, "Lots of guys in the modeling community are generous." Yes, it's true. Either with the resources, the time, or both. It's very true. It's
Absolutely.
You know what? 99% of the people I meet in the modeling community are fantastic people. They really are.
Yeah. And that's the thing that, like I gotten some comments, like people offering tips and tricks, because I always ask for them, right? But like, it was, meeting you guys, and when you invited me to the group, that was the thing that was probably the most striking to me. Was the generosity, one, and then the support. Like, you ask for help and it's given, oftentimes from multiple different sources, and so you have multiple different perspectives, and as well, the skill that we're surrounded with in this group is unreal, and so that's how I've been able to learn, and so it's, and then third, I would say that the most important, everyone within our group is super positive with each other, and excuse me, and like, there's not negative words said, and everybody's super encouraging, and when something isn't right, they say it. Like, so that's the thing that I've really appreciated, and that's the thing that the modeling community, I've noticed, is, as a whole, is true. Like, that's a very true thing. So it's pretty cool. I love it. So we're going to take the cap here, which is keyed, and we're just going to take it and put it right here, that spot. Find the spot where it's keyed. There it is.
Looking good. The Santa jokes are coming now, so.
Eric, yeah, I mean, I've heard things from other places, but I have yet to experience it, and that's this group in particular. It starts at the top, with Buck and Todd, and works its way down. So, Todd, kudos to you for running a tight ship. It's
well, it's you got to be a little self-deprecating. You got to have a sense of humor. Probably, it seems like the darker the better lately.
Exactly.
But, you know what I mean? You got to be able to take the hits. We jest with each other in fun. We all love each other, and we do support each other. It's important. I think it's important that we share things that we've learned, and we want each other to become better modelers and just have fun. So
exactly. Well, and it comes through. It comes through, like, in a very real way, and that's the thing. Like, I'm constantly telling Kat, like, whenever I'm talking about the group or whatever, it's just like the positivity, and she, like, sees from me, the change from me, like, oh wow, CP got a new screw, but the change in me, like, I'm much more, like, I look forward to interacting with you guys all the time, and and people that are like-minded, and that's the beauty of this whole thing, is we're all just a bunch of like-minded people. That would be Buck, right?
That's Buck. Yep. So Buckman's Model Mania. Him and Eric, who's not really, kind of went off and did his own thing. He kind of split off, but him and Eric started HTM just to do something differently. They were part of another group that was run very differently, and they said, they didn't want to take themselves too seriously. Just have fun and bring in the right people that can enjoy each other's company and build models. And it doesn't matter what you build. If you're creating something, you're creating something. And we've got wood builders and partwork builders and plastic builders and figure painters and mini painters and just a little bit of everything. And we just enjoy it because I think we can all appreciate the skill it takes to do those different things. So
Yep.
We just enjoy doing it. And if somebody said, like Andrew, if somebody came on our channel and said, hey, you know what? I'm going to try the Helios 650 Enterprise D. We'd be like, oh man, let's do it, and we'd all be excited for it. It's just that's the kind of people we try to keep on board.
Yep. Well, and my modeling world has changed since meeting you guys. Really, it's kind of crazy to think like how much has changed for me just since doing it, and yeah, it's nuts. It's nuts. Been doing this for almost a year now.
Okay. Go ahead. Yep, you go.
No, I'm just gonna take this shock absorber spring, put it over there, and then I'm going to be mating it up. That's a weird way to say that. I'm going to be putting it into the shock absorber slot right here. So go ahead.
Oh no, all I was saying is that there's people that will say that Partworks aren't modeling, only a plastic model is modeling, and or wood, like building like all the different kinds of boats that people build on wood, the ships and stuff. To me, it's all the same. I mean, you're creating something from. You're assembling, right? It's all assembly. You're putting things together. I don't care what the materials are.
Right.
Everybody has different skill levels. Partworks are great for people that don't have I started with them because I really couldn't paint. I didn't have an airbrush. I didn't have paintbrushes. It had been 30 years since I modeled. And it seemed like a great way into creating something that was basically, I just had to assemble and I got to have something at the end. And then it went from there because then I started to learn those skills and I would improve on the Partworks and then I go, work on a plastic model because why not?
Right. Yep, that was what it was for me. Like I feel like Partworks were my reintroduction into making models, and so, and it's a great introduction into it.
Well, and but your background is plastic models, right? I mean,
it is.
Before that, like I built plastic models when I was a kid. There's no Partworks back there, and I like the Partworks because I'm old, right? I mean, the parts are huge, right? So for the most part, it's not like the Bandai where you have these things that are 100th the size of your fingernail. You're working these pieces that are just large, and you end up with this huge model at the end that if it was made out of plastic, it'd be 7,000 pieces, and the pieces wouldn't fit or something, and it wouldn't be, and how we as humans, we love to think if it's heavy, it's valuable.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? And so you pick up this big, heavy Knight Rider, and you're just like, this thing is cool, So
yeah,
I like doing them both. I'm loving doing the Bandai, the Falcon. I'm loving doing all the Partworks I do.
Yeah.
So you try to find a place to put them all. 4 bookcases later, and I've run out of room.
Yeah, that's gonna be the ultimate. Like, what the hell do I do with all this crap thing? So.
It looks good. Is it on there?
It is. I have one more EM screw to put on right there. I thought I was done, but I wasn't.
Ken says, let's all build a Grissom. So interestingly enough, I did watch the stream back from last night, and I saw somebody was asking, why doesn't the scrolling text change? Why does it always say episode 1?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, I could have easily changed that because I just re-exported after changing the text. However, the way I looked at it is this was episode 1 of our first group build.
Yes.
The next one, whatever it may be, would be episode 2, the next group build, right? It wasn't like, part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4. That's where I was going.
Right.
Donnie says, that's what I like about this group. Right from the beginning, when it was just Buck and Eric and me, we do this for fun and enjoyment and to help each other. There's no begging for subscribers or streamers across the screen asking for money. That's true. I could care less if we get monetized or if we have 10,000 subs. We get on, we share it. And for the most part, we don't get a lot of new people. Every once in a while we do. For the most part, we get to know the people. We know people by their first names, and we try to. And it's a small community. And there's some people I'm sure that lurk and just watch in the background, don't chat, and that's fine too. I'm cool with that.
Yep.
Eric says, so Todd, what's with green model hate? What does that mean? What's green model? I don't know what that is. Andrew says, talking Grissom, I've got a copy of that large studio scale garage kit of the Grissom on my shelf. Oh my God.
Ooh, dude.
Wow. I don't know how he's going to have any time to finish any of those. He's got all these massive models.
I know. And that's, it's something that I kind of want to kind of lean into at this point is large scale models. Like, I'm obviously a bigger guy, bigger hands, and so I'm gonna kind of try to stay away from smaller models at this point.
Yeah. I also have the 350 on my shelf. Well, it's like that little Defiant you built, and then I saw they made a bigger one. I would build the bigger one.
Yeah, and that's after the runabout. I'm going right back to the Defiant. I can't. I have to build that soon.
Yeah. Donnie says you got a great Eric says, Donnie, you have a great approach to streaming. Yes, we're just having fun. We don't need super chats. We don't need monetization. No. So if I want to say fuck, we say fuck.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? It's not made for kids. It's just people that are doing the same boat. We're all adults here, and we can make stupid jokes.
That's right.
And then he says the Jeep part where the Willys. Oh yeah, no. It's so it's so green. My grandfather had one of those Willys Jeeps.
Really?
The exact same thing. Yeah, he was a colonel in the Army, so he was in the Corps of Engineers, and he had a Jeep, and he bought one after after he was out, and he retired, and he still had one with the Oogle horn and everything. But the problem I had with that one is just everything is green. Like the engine is green, the chassis is green, the drivetrain is green, the suspension is green, the dash is green, the seats are green, everything. And when Eagle Moss said, "Hey, you want to build the Jeep Willys?" I have to feel something about the builds I'm doing. And that just did nothing for me. I couldn't. Donnie says, Andrew, if you have a 350 Gruesome, you can join our group build after we finish the Falcon. Why not?
100%.
I agree. Did he pull the radar trick, sending the Jeep home as a part work by mail? No. He just went out and bought an old surplus Jeep and painted it. What color was it? Beige? I don't know.
Oof.
No doors, no roof, no nothing. He loved that thing.
Now we're doing 14 here in the next. That one completely fell out of its thing during shipment, but it's fine. It's fine.
This looks familiar.
Yeah, we just kind of did that. Although I think all we're doing for stage 14 is we're going to do our assembly of the outside of the arch, but we don't have any of the suspension bits not until stage 15, which will be next week. So let's just make sure I got that right on the stage 14.
So what stage are you on right now? 14.
Stage 14, yep.
Yeah, then you're going to do the other stock absorber rod, top mounts, front right tire, fan motor frame blades, radiator panels. Yeah.
Yep.
Then you start the engine.
Sweet. Awesome. So this is going to be our last stage for today. Not bad. Yep. No, I'm going up for almost 2 hours, actually. It's not too bad. Awesome.
Wasn't the last one like 3?
It was, yeah. It was
we took you off on some tangents, Burrow.
But at the same time, though, like that was a very complicated build. So 6 current commission builds out the door. Oh my god.
That's what Dave's going to run into. He set up that site to do those commission builds. He's going to have a pile of them. He's going to get behind and feel stressed.
Yep. He's going to have stuff to do, though.
You know what? I don't think I could ever do commissions. No. I would be so paranoid that it's not good enough. I would never finish them.
That would be my fear too, honestly. Like it would be nerve-wracking just like trying.
I already think the things I build aren't good enough, and everybody's like, "No, they look great. They look great." And I'm like, "No, there's a problem here and a problem here." But if I hadn't pointed them out, they would have never seen them. But still, I can't imagine building stuff for other people. That's too much pressure.
Yeah. Now, Andrew, you also do amazing work, and so it's not a surprise that you got people wanting you to do the work. I mean, that's like I've been getting caught up, and wow, you got me desperately wanting to go buy an Enterprise E, which is my favorite Enterprise, the sexy Enterprise. That would be a tough part work to do, though. They would have to do it much differently. They probably wouldn't even. No, they wouldn't even do it.
If you want to feel good about your own work, I got some YouTube channels to direct you to. Well, to be fair, everybody has different skill sets, and
Yep.
you know, I've seen. You got to remember is when I started out, what I thought, what most people would say was that's not a very good job, or that's crappy work, or that panel line is showing, or that seam filling was terrible, or that paint is not good. That's where I started, though. You know what I mean? And I can say now, yes, I can do a better job, and somebody's behind you in skills, but you know, it's tough. It's tough to criticize when some people haven't been doing it as long, or they've never tried airbrushing and they're just getting started, or some. But everybody has their different definitions of done. So
Yeah, that was the tough part for me in the beginning was like watching people do work and then like comparing myself, and you can't compare yourself at all. The thing that I get away with is I learn things incredibly fast. I'm an obsessive learner, so like I'm gonna keep practicing a skill until I get it right. And thankfully with modeling I can do that, which is nice.
every time I want to feel better about myself, I just go watch episodes of Cops.
Yeah.
Then I just go, well, at least my life's not that bad.
Yep. Comparison is the thief of joy. Exactly. That's well said, Andrew. Very well said.
Yeah. I mean, there's always going to be somebody that does it better than you do. You just can't.
Yep.
You can't be the expert at everything. You
Nope.
you can always get better. Nobody's a 10, right? You can get them. You can't reach warp 10. Okay.
And if you do, you get a weird Janeway salamander baby.
That's right.
And we can't have weird Janeway salamander babies. I'm not even reading the instructions. I'm just kind of assuming that this is what I'm about to do. And I would be correct.
Well, I mean, you do it on the other side.
Exactly. So I just took the oil tank here and one CP screw.
Ken says he lived it. Were you an officer, Ken? You got to see that side of life? I did a couple ride-alongs. I had some friends that were police officers, and you do ride-alongs with them. You're like, oh my God, what are we doing?
Why are we here?
Well, and you start to understand why they don't, you know, have you ever been driving along the road and you just see somebody just blatantly break the law in front of you, and you're like, where's the cop when you need him? And then sometimes there is a cop there and they don't pull him over, and you wonder why. Well, now I know why. You're just like, they don't even want to deal with it. Like, it wasn't that big of a deal. Nobody got hurt. And just pulling that guy over is probably going to be a whole string of things, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
He says, yep.
Nice, Ken.
It's a tough job. Especially, I would expect even more nowadays. All the entitled people and people that think they know everything and they know the laws better than you do. And I don't know. Yeah. That's a tough job for people doing it today.
Yeah.
Eric says, if you don't glue yourself to your project, what? Hang on a second.
You didn't really leave a part of yourself in it. Yeah. Yeah. Every model includes literal blood, sweat, and tears. I love it. Oh, there's no instructions for the Helios D? Oh my God. Thankfully, we all know what the Enterprise looks like, but now no instructions though. Oh my God. That's got to be stressful. Love it, Ken. Fuck it, drives on. And for the last little bit for today's stream that I'm build, I'm going to take this cap and go doink, and we're done. That's stage 14.
I missed it. Do it again. I'm just kidding.
Oh, hold on. I got it.
You got it? Now watch him break the peg right off.
Oh my God. I like had that brief thought. I'm like, oh my God.
Mm-hmm. You'll be gluing it back on. Hey, you know what, Andrew? That's not the first time I've heard of that.
Nope.
Like, my videos or my thing is the build series.
Literally. Oh, there it is. Let's go ahead and which camera should I go to? Is this camera? This one going to show what we've done a little bit better. Well, Possibly.
You know,
Well, there it is.
if you have the screws, you can just mount that other fender.
Oh, I do, don't I?
Yeah.
Well, I don't have the. You need the.
The shock, yeah.
The shock, yeah.
But you kind of do. You kind of do. You kind of do. It's kind of like the next dates. You kind of do.
Kind of do. So, went ahead and got this assembled up today, and this is stage 14. And then a majority of today was spent building this wheel arch. Got the, I'm not sure which reservoir that is, but that's one of them. It's probably the window washer fluid, if I'm not mistaken. And we got the shock put in and got all that assembled up. So stages 11 through 14 are all complete. Pack 4 is done. So there it is.
Andrew would like to know, what are you using for video switchers? He's partial to the Blackmagic Atom Mini series. That's what I use. Same thing.
Yep.
Just a wireless keypad.
If I want to go to switch off of that camera, I'll hit 1, go up to the top. If I want to go over to that camera, I'll hit that 0. And then we also have the new camera. Is it going to show? Maybe, maybe not. Oh, there it is. I'm working on getting this one all set up. I have a front-facing camera now too. So, yeah. So I just use the keypad and just use the hotkeys through OBS.
Yep. Nice and cheap. It's like a $10 video switcher.
Yep.
Ken says, great job, Jordan, especially with all the distractions.
Thank you, Ken.
Jay says, good job, Jordan and Todd.
Well, and thank you, Todd. Like, having a producer is fantastic. I know that won't always be a thing, but yeah, I mean, that made things go pretty quick and easy tonight. I really got to say, I really do appreciate you. And hanging out, of course. Got to love hanging out, so.
Well, I know, you'd watch, when you have to do it by yourself, it's tougher because you got to keep stopping to click on chats and things like that. And I did it for Buck for a long time when he was live streaming, and it seems like it flows a little better. Plus, when you're talking, you're actually talking to somebody.
Exactly. Well, and that's the thing too, is like, I was able to focus a little bit more, and once again, you're the expert on these things, and to be able to pick your brain and be able to talk to you about all of the things, like, it's invaluable to me. So yeah, no, thanks, Donnie. I really appreciate you. Yeah. And I will take it whenever I can get it. So yeah, that's what I got for you guys today. I'm about to go and eat some food here, and Kat just got home, so gonna go and enjoy some time with her. You're welcome, Ken.
It's ironic that it says, her picture's on the wall and it's right under the HI, so it says, hi, Kat.
Oh my God, it really does.
She'll love that. Ken says, you have entertained me. I approve.
I love it.
All right,
well,
say your outro, I'll roll it.
What's that?
Say your outro and I'll roll it. Let's go.
All right. Well, thank you guys. I'll be back next week. We'll be back next Thursday. Same bat time, same bat channel. And but yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and roll out and say thank you. I know that there was a million things y'all could have done today. Instead, you spent a couple minutes with me watching me put together a model, which I think is pretty damn cool. Thanks for all the questions and comments, tips and tricks. If you guys like to support the channel, please like and subscribe. And my friends, until we see each other again, I hope you all have a wonderful day in this beautiful world where we happen to be. And just remember that 2 men can make a difference.
I love it. See ya.